Hey, what's up, guys? This is Adam over at BizNexus. We're doing the M&A Pulse now. I'm actually filming this on Friday. This is going to be for Monday morning. So every week we're going to go through the upcoming events for the week that we have from around the M&A industry that we've consolidated into our community, M&A news, and anything else that's going to be happening in the industry and in the community. So um, popping into the community, I'm going to explore, and let's go straight to the event plaza. So upcoming events this week, we've got M&A Pulse, right? Every Monday we'll have that where it's going to be me or somebody else just running through the events that we've consolidated, what's happening in the industry, what's on the radar for this week across the world of business acquisition and sale within the lower middle market. Tuesday, we've got Planning to Sell Your Business. That one is being hosted by Nick Wallace. Over at Gerald Edelman. So that's one where you can just click on the Eventbrite and go there at the time of, right? So this is an aggregated event. You can go right there. That will have the link at game time. It's a free event. That is an aggregated event that we've pulled in. We have the ACG Raleigh Durham Capital Conference. That's happening in person. That's down there this week. So if you're in the Triangle area, anything nearby, go take a look there. ACG does great local events. I've been going to the ones here in Boston more often. It's been a really fantastic networking event, so I highly recommend that. SBA, we've seen a ton of those things popping up. So SBA events are all over the place. This one's Zoom. Let's see who's doing it. Mike Pearson. Okay, and so that one's free. You can pop right in. That's going to be 12 o'clock. Tuesday, April 18th. That is Eastern Time, 12 p.m. EST. Then April 18th, we've got the AM&AA Member Benefit Spotlight. This is a great one. I am a CMAA. I'm a big fan of the organization. I think they're doing a great job with growing the organization and having new events. So this one, check it out. The membership. I just recently went to their conference, their in-person conference down in Florida. It was really great. It's right up there with the other ones, with M&A Source and the ACG and comparable associations. So I recommend doing one of these in person. If you're going to do their online events, that's a no-brainer. But the in-person meeting it's a very solid network of people who go. Security strategy for mergers and acquisitions. We've seen a lot of requests for cyber. That's going to be interesting. I think I'll try to actually jump into this one. That's on Tuesday, April 18th. And that is a meetup webinar. And that is with Mike Long. Mike Long and Brian Kissinger. They're going to go through cybersecurity, what to be aware of during a transaction, during a closing. So that's been a hot topic. Check that out if you're free on Tuesday. Wednesday, Investor Relations Marketing Communications Forum. Let's check out what that is. That's 8 a.m. That is on site in New York. So looks like Private Equity International. Okay. And that looks like it'd be a really great networking event. So I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm actually traveling. I'm going to be in Houston for the week. So that's a no-go for me. But if I were in the New York area, that would be a good one. Also ACG New York, right? So we've got the 10th Annual Women Leadership Summit. That's happening Wednesday, April 19th. If you're in New York City, keep your eye out for that. Deal Origination Lunch and Learn, that is not going to happen this week. That's the one that I typically host. Again, I'm with the in-laws this week in Houston. Kids on vacation, so that's probably not going to happen. I'll put a video up at the time, so 1 o'clock Eastern every Wednesday. That's when we do that. I'll put some sort of replacement video, some sort of bonus video in the community, so you can have that. But the live session will not be happening this coming Wednesday. Succession and exit planning, that is happening 9 p.m. Where the hell is that? Webinar 9 p.m. Eastern. And these things are getting aggregated from all over the world. So sometimes the time zone is a little funky. And there we go. It's the Aussies. All right. Australian time. So check the recording. If you're not able to make that live, you just go back and check the webinar. And usually we'll have the recording right there. If you go click on that, it's going to open up the source site. And there you go. What else do we have? Ohio Business Broker Spring Conference. So if you're in Ohio, that's a good one. Bob Ferris, Ask Me Anything. This one's going to be really interesting. So Thursday, April 20th. Bob he's definitely got a niche. He focuses on taxes as related to transactions. So he's the guy who goes in and tries to maximize the value and does tax risk mitigation. And he's on a number of deal teams with intermediaries as just a team member, right? A bench member who gets pulled in for transactions when taxes become an issue. So he's doing a lot of work with intermediaries. He does work with entrepreneurs as well. He's on our advisor panel. So he's working directly with entrepreneurs, but I know he's on a lot of deal teams with intermediaries. He's been very busy with that. So that should be a good one. If you have any questions about taxes and a particular transaction or just general tax strategy as applied to your transactions, or what a tax ninja on a deal team, like what that arrangement would look like, or how you put that in, or how you can use a deal team membership, right? So if you have a deal team and you're using that as a selling strategy to win lower middle market deals, having someone like Bob on your presentation and on the team is typically helpful. So you can ask him questions about that. He's also doing same day like-kind 1031 exchanges for M&A transactions. That'll be another good one. So Bob is doubling up on Thursday. That's impressive. Thank you for the support, Bob. And then we have advisor panel from the trenches on Friday. I'm not sure what that one will be. I think that might actually be one with Brad Ruth about restaurants. Pretty fascinating take on what has happened with price increases. So labor costs going up, food costs going up, and restaurants being restaurants, oftentimes not very digital. They're slow to raise their prices. They're slow to change their menus. And so what's happening, or what's been happening apparently in the past 12 to 18 months, the prices go up, the inputs go up, the labor costs go up for the owner, the food costs go up for the owner, but the owner doesn't raise prices. They don't change the menu quickly enough. So profitability gets dinged. And then the buyers are taking full advantage at the transaction table, and the restaurants are going at a discount when that should never have happened. So Brad has come across that a lot over the past 12, 18 months with these restaurants that have faced these increase in costs and have not raised pricing quickly enough. So he'll talk about that. And that's what we've got for the week. So that's a good full week of events. And M&A news, this is going to change. Just keep an eye on it. We update this every day. But we've seen a lot of stories about worldwide M&A trends, certain sectors that are getting dinged, certain ones that look strong, a lot of stories about committed capital becoming increasingly active in certain areas. It's really kind of a tale of two markets here. I think you've got the buyers who have that dry powder and they have to deploy. And I think that's going to continue to be an active theme. And then you've got Main Street and the lending complications and everything else. So we've been seeing a lot of that in the news feed. Expect to see more M&A video. We're always putting something in here that ideally has value. Something where if you've got time to kill and you want to level up on something in M&A, whether it's buying, selling, or if you're acting as an intermediary or looking to become an intermediary, that's typically the type of content we'll put in here. And that's been fun to listen to. For me, I don't even watch it. I just listen to it. So I listen to these things like podcasts, and that's been pretty informative. And then business exit. If you haven't noticed, we have opened that to everybody. So everyone's a member. You can pop in here. You can learn from the advisors. If you go to the exit prep workshop, we have a lot of stuff, a lot of content, and the M&A advisors in our community have contributed to all of this. So if you are an M&A advisor and you want to do a webinar on one of these niche topics, insurance, financial due diligence, legal due diligence, technical due diligence, when you pop in there, you're going to see, I'm not signed in here, so I can't actually pop in. You're going to see webinars from the professionals who are working in these niches. So really cool way to brush up on the exit planning process, or to get your feet wet if you're new and just want to network. M&A advisors or people in the industry, people who could potentially help, hop in there, check it out. That's it. That's the recap. We'll do this every week. Hopefully this has some value in terms of planning your week. And if you're going to do a webinar or if you're going to be able to do an in-person event, have a great week. We'll see you next time.